It's been another amazing week in the stock market. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video we're going to talk about all that we've accomplished so far this week, as well as what we did today. So if you're new to this channel, this is an income generating account where our goal is to generate at least $600 every single week, and we have done that now for 32 weeks consecutively. This is the 33rd week, and if you watched yesterday's video, you know we did hit it. How we accomplish this goal is we sell cash secured puts, which means we're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. We sell covered calls, which means we're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. We get paid a credit just to do that, just to agree to buy or sell a stock. We get paid a credit, pretty awesome. And then also we collect dividends from our high yield big dog ULTY. And if you watched yesterday's video when we announced our payouts, let's take a look at ULTY real quick. We got 4,007 shares, and we were getting just under a 10-cent payout. It came to like $380. We're going to get paid tomorrow, which, you know, I'm still looking for ideas in the comments. Right now, SMCY is the winner for that $380. I don't plan on reinvesting it back into ULTY. I am doing daily buys on ULTY, though. So today, how many shares did we buy? We bought a total of 3 shares, 2 at $5.68 and 1 at $5.75. And I'm going to buy a couple every single day. And I know people will be like, oh, just buy a whole bunch. Nope, I want to start to diversify our dividend portfolio. Selling options, we are diversified as all get out. I mean, literally, I think we have 60 open contracts. These are all options open. I mean, we might even have 70 options open. So we are plenty diversified there. But where we are not diversified is our dividend portfolio. And if this is an income-generated account, we need to maximize that income. So rather than reinvest the $380 that I'm getting from ULTY and then the $50, actually I think it's $60 that I'm getting from MSTY. So all in all, we're looking at around $440 to be reinvested into a dividend payer. I'm looking for a monthly payer. And right now, SMCY and CONY and YBIT are the top 3. I'm basically, I'm looking for ideas here. I am extremely well-versed in option selling, not so much in these yield max funds. I basically identify one that I like their strategy, which is ULTY. I think they have the best strategy because I basically trade similar to the way they do, just on a very, very much smaller scale. I'm looking for something that I would like to get to the point where I have 4 monthly payers, all on different weeks. And so that way we're getting 2 paychecks and dividends, one from ULTY and one from the monthly payer every week. And then we're selling our options. And once we have that established, our $600 goal minimum per week will jump up to $700 per week. Though we could easily hit that $700 a week every week right now. I mean, we have $31,000 of cash on the sideline. We could hit it pretty easy. That's not the way I like to trade. I set these 1% goals, which right now $600 is 1% of the $60,000 account. I like to keep it that way. Even when this account was at like $45,000, I was going for $600 a week. If you were here way back then when it was like at $40,000 or whatever, $38,000, whatever it was when I started posting trades and stuff like that. If you've been here that long, then I was, shooting for that $600 every single week. So I was overplaying at that time to grow the account a little bit faster. That's not how I really trade. I really shoot for 1% a week. I'm trying to get 1% of my capital growth every week. So if I have a $60,000 account, I want $600 a week. If I have a $70,000 account, I want $700 a week. So that's the way I like to trade. We're going to continue to do those daily buys in ULTY. Don't worry. My next goal is 5,000 shares. It's going to take a while to get there with these small daily buys, but my goal is by the time I get 5,000 shares of ULTY, I'm going to have 4 established monthly dividend payers, and then we are going to just be able to roll option positions, which again, we're still agreeing to buy or sell them. We're just changing our expiration dates out a month, collect some dividends, and then this account becomes an autopilot income generating machine to get the $700 a week, $800 a week, $900, $1,000, and the account will continue to grow that way. Like I said, this is an income generating account. Nothing in this account is something that I would say, oh, let's invest for growth or long term. I invest for income in this account, and I say this in almost every video. I think it's extremely important to differentiate between growth investing and income investing. I think you should invest for growth, but I don't think you should tie one ETF or one stock into both. Invest for income in something and then invest for growth into something else. Allow your money to maximize its potential. That's what I try to do with the 1% each week from this growth or income generating account. But what I want to do right now is I want to give a shout out to a couple different groups. The first is the Premium Generals. So we're going to jump over there real quick. So here are the Premium Generals, some beautiful people in here. What we do in this community is talk about selling options, try to make it easier to understand, as well as all the plays that I'm making. We can bounce ideas off of each other. A nice little community to help each other grow. I do have a Discord coming soon for this group. And that also lets you guys know, premium members, there's a Discord coming soon. But right now, like I said, videos out there. Try to get a little bit better understanding of selling options, things like that. The next group I want to give a shout out to is the Fiverr group. That's a more one-on-one individualized course where we're one-on-one, we're calling on the phone, we're texting, doing things like that. And in that group, I've learned a lot from them, and give a shout out to them. I've picked up some great trades from them, and some of them that I've worked with, they're already doing better in option selling than I am, which is just fantastic. So, quick shout out to those two groups before we jump back into the video. I have links for both in the description. So perfect. Like I said, today is Thursday. We met our trading goal as of Wednesday on the dividend announcement, so no more trades this week. We've already hit like $670. We'll go over all our trades tomorrow. But this video, just to kind of reiterate, I'm doing daily buys on ULTY, and Monday I will get that cash payout in the buying power from the dividend payout. So, flood the comments of this video on focusing on what I should invest that in. Like I said, every comment I get an idea on, I take a pretty in-depth look into that yield max, round hill, curve, whatever fund, because like I said, I am not that versed in them. I found the ones that, especially ULTY, that I like the way they trade. I like that they own underlying, and it draws me in. So when you guys put things like that in the comments, it helps me do a little bit more research, and it gives me a better idea of what else is out there. And that's like one way we can all kind of grow together. But right now, SMCY, YBIT, and Coney are my top 3. YBIT and SMCY are the 2 that have come up the most in the comments. Coney is just because it's for me, it's under $7. I like Coinbase, and people say, oh, they only paid 34 cents last month in dividends. 34 cents a month, that's pretty good. ULTY pays about 40 cents for a $6 stock. So it's, it's comparable. It's close. I'll take that. And as I watched an interview with one of the traders for YieldMax, and he talked about how it's harder for him to make trades to generate income each week for plays like ULTY, but it's easier for the monthly payers because they have more time. So, I can see Coinbase bouncing back up, getting a 45, 50 cent payout for the month. And then if that's the case, that pays more than an average month for ULTY, which again pays on average 10 cents a week over the last couple months. And that's 40 cents per the month. So I'm trying to kind of keep it close to that. Obviously, none of the monthly payers, I won't have near as many shares as I will ULTY. Like I said, we are onwards to 5,000 shares. We are currently sitting at 4,011 because I bought 3 shares today. I might buy 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5 tomorrow. Like I said, I won't buy any more than 5. Small daily buys, consistency will grow that amount. It'll help the dollar cost average a little bit over time. We're currently at $6.06 as a dollar cost average. That's pretty awesome in my opinion. I know some people are under 580 for their dollar cost average, and that's just incredible. I love that. So with that being said, I do appreciate each and every single one of you. My journey on YouTube has become a lot more enjoyable, especially with the engagement that's come from, the great comments, the great questions, things like that. So it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one.